Okay, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for being here. So I completely somehow missed to the previous episode on the 9th, and I don't know how, because I was checking where I get my podcast and nothing showed up until today, and it's like super, super late. So late, it's early. I just got done listening to the podcast for episode 6, We Might As Well Be Strangers. They didn't talk a whole terribly lot about this episode. They were mainly speaking with Maria Menounos, and she played Jules on One Tree Hill. So let me hop into this and see what I think. Right off the bat, I have to say that I think that Lucas nails it with the whole "we mistake the motives of others." It's so true. And dumping your whole coin jar into the pond, I thought that kind of canceled out your wish. I thought it was supposed to just be one coin. Does anybody else cringe when you hear Felix tell his sister, "Your skirt's too short"? I don't know why, that just bugs me. But I do like that, Brooke gets her moment to be like, "In your dreams, fool." He's so cocky. It's ridiculous. He annoys me. One thing they did say on the podcast, hot Deb and hot Dan. Yeah, I gotta admit, Dan's looking pretty hot in this episode on the treadmill, all buff. And Deb always looks hot. And once again, Dan says a really sweet thing, seeming all sincere. Just for a moment, I want to believe. Is it Chris Keller? I believe so. Enter him at the record store. And I always do love to see Peyton get to kind of get one in for her music, her love of music, because it was like a little back and forth there between them. And then we see Keith, his cute little customer survey with Jules about that fake customer survey. Keith is so cute. I do agree, though, when he just slams the phone after asking her out, doesn't ask her where she lives, what time. Makes a good point. I don't know if I ever really noticed that before. It's kind of like the kid in high school, just gets excited and just, yeah, she said yes. I hung up the phone. Oh, no. And, of course, we see Whitey. This poor eyesight situation. But he's so funny. Lucas is all like, "How are you?" Like a girl in springtime. And even in his moment of being funny, Whitey goes from like 0 to 60 in the blink of an eye, and he's like all mad at Lucas because Lucas wants him to have this surgery, and we find out that that's how Whitey's wife died, and surgery, and he doesn't want to do it, and it's just like, oh, but even when Whitey's yelling, I still love him. The whole Anna and Lucas situation and their little relationship, friendship, whatever we're calling it, I always thought was really cute. It's like they kind of needed each other to help each other through what they were going through. Oh my God, Andy and Karen are so cute. But it just cracks me up that she never really tells him how old Lucas is. Because he's like, "Oh yeah, bring Lucas along. I'd love to meet the little guy." It's like, Brooks all, "If my parents go broke, I might actually have to study to get into college." That whole conversation. Being poor and horny is no way to go through life. Brookism? And then her finding the picture of her and Lucas. Aww. Memories. And then she just totally goes after Felix in what appears to be the janitor's closet. Lucas telling Whitey that Nathan got into high flyers, and Whitey's like, "I don't care about anything." And Lucas is like, "Yes, you do." And he's like giving him that whole like, "Coach, we still love you, man. We know you lost your wife, but we still want you here." Moment. I love how supportive Haley is for Nathan going to high flyers. Brooke selling her life in the yard sale, and that woman buying her dollhouse. It was a little emotional. And then like Felix is there, and he's like, she's all like, "Okay, fine, we can have sex now." And he's just so like, I feel like he's just kind of taking advantage of this. It's like, ugh. I really like the fact that Anna knows basketball and she knows sports and she knows how to play. It's kind of a cute dynamic between her and Lucas. Oh, Keith trying to cook for Jules, and she's like, you know what I love? IHOP. He's like, perfect. As supportive as Haley is with Nathan and his High Flyers basketball camp, I think it's cute that Nathan is, equally supportive of Haley, and he's the one that really pushes her to get out there and start singing. I always forget how supportive Peyton is of Haley's singing too. Of course, she needed Haley for the club. And of course, Chris Keller did his little performance, and he's Mr. Cocky as always. Oh, Andy and his big ass estate. Look at Karen rocking that little midriff shirt and them low cut jeans. You go, girl. After the hookup with Felix and Brooke, and the second one in this episode, she is rather harsh with him, but she's angry. I mean, if all my stuff got sold to pay my parents' debt, I'd be pretty mad too. The envelope for Whitey with the framed newspaper article about his winning his 500th game, and he's like emotional but angry, and it's like, come on, Whitey, you know you love this. Do the surgery. Man, I love all these little speeches that the writers gave Nathan to say. It's just like perfect guy alert. He's so great with Haley. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's lying about the High Flyers, like not accepting him. I seem to recall this. If you blink, you'll miss it. Haley said it about the meteor shower, but you know what? She's right. It's also about life. And everybody watching the meteor shower is very cute, but of course, Whitey's watching it by himself. And I have to say that even is emotional, which is something else about this show that never fails, because it always manages to get you in your emotions in some way. And I love that. I want to believe that Felix means well with his sister, but the way he acts makes it really hard to believe that. I love when Lucas, kind of gets after his mom for coming in at 1 o'clock in the morning. Where have you been? You know after midnight you're supposed to call. You know the rules. Oh man, Dan all lying about what the doctor told him just to use manipulation once again to stay in Deb's life, and Deb's really trying to extricate herself, and it's just Oh, another fabulous speech from Nathan about how much he loves and supports Haley in her dream to sing, and his future is with her, and oh my god, I love it. The beautiful moment of Trick being named, and then that dude Rick walks in, the Coke guy. Blech. Oh my god, Mouth buying back Brooke's dollhouse. Another beautiful moment. Oh, I totally forgot that Dan orchestrated the whole High Flyers thing to get Nathan and Haley away from each other. It didn't work, Dan. You need to let it go. Oh my god, the note from Whitey to Lucas saying thank you. Emotional moments, I love it. Another fab episode. Thanks for being here. And I will see you in the next video that's coming very, very soon. Right after this one.